Hi, my name is Becky, and we are in the middle of our fourth adoption. I started this adoption fairly confidently. We have seen God do some amazing, miraculous things in the past with our other adoptions, and we have just known experientially His provision. We have known Him to work in our family, and so we took all of that experience and uh, it was funny. I decided that I was going to do a launch. So I was going to announce that we were adopting again. And I had a fundraiser set up, and I had I had all these things lined up so that we would have this amazing kickoff, and God was just going to do this, you know? So then we fast forward just a little bit to COVID-19. And I don't think that anybody could have predicted just how much it was going to affect our process. We went from being in the middle of a fundraiser and doing really well to it being taboo to fundraise while people are losing their jobs and people are sick. And it was just, and yet we had these boys that we were pursuing, and they, they need medical care. And it was just really kind of tore our hearts in multiple directions, and we really didn't understand what God was doing. We had tried really hard to get our dossier in before all the regulations came and everything closed down, and we were not able to do that. Um, it's hard to get things notarized when you can't be around other people. And our family really clung to the story of Gideon during this time. So, we had put a lot of hope in the things that we knew would, or we thought we knew would, fund our adoption. We wrote grants, but some of those grants committees had decided that they couldn't meet. We had fundraisers, but we really couldn't fundraise. We had just all of these, our own extra income, all that. We had a lot of these things just dried up. And we realized that our source of hope should not be in these things, that maybe God was taking those away in order to make it so very obvious that it wasn't through our strength that our adoption would be funded, that would be all Him, and that He would get all of the glory. And so we started to shift our focus that way and our prayers that way. We've been praying that we've been praying protection over our boys who are far away from us. We've been praying for our process, that God would protect the process. We've been praying for, we've been praying for our agency as a small business, that God would protect them. And so it is, we really just kind of shifted our focus that way. A couple weeks ago, I got a phone call from Pure Gift of God saying that we had been awarded a grant, which was amazing news. And the way that they asked for our prayer requests, and you could tell that it wasn't just a small thing for them either, and that they really wanted to invest in our family. And I was so excited. And I rushed out to tell my husband what was happening. And I looked up at him, and he was on the phone, and he had a really hard phone call from work. And so I don't believe that that was a coincidence, that we get some hard news at the exact same time that God is working to fund our adoption. And for me, it really hit home that God has a plan. He has a future. He has a future for us, for our family, for this adoption specifically. And He's going to work. There's going to be hard. There's going to be things that, we've heard the words unprecedented a lot the last few weeks, because there's been a lot that has been unprecedented that has happened. But I just believe that, God is doing some unprecedented things, and events are happening that are unprecedented in this world, and God is going to do unprecedented things in His church, and through adoption, and through our adoption, and through many people. And that's what we're praying for. We are praying that God would fund our adoption, that He would use this time when we don't have resources on our own to be able to do this, and that He would take it, and He would move in big ways, that He would move in big ways, unprecedented ways in our process. And so that's what we're looking to. We're not hoping in that, but we believe that this could be a really amazing testimony and way that God is planning on working in a lot of families, to show that He is the one who, this is His idea. This is His stamp of approval, and He is going to work mightily on the behalf of our children. I'm going to leave you with just a quick quote from a hymn that has meant a lot to me the last couple weeks, from the Gettys. It says, here is just part of a verse. It says, "Who holds our faith when fears arise? Who stands against the stormy trial? Who sends the waves that bring us nigh unto the shore, the rock of Christ? Unto the grave, what shall we sing? Christ He lives. Christ He lives." Thank you. May God bless you guys. May God bless your families. May God bless your processes as you pursue your children. Thank you.